Hello, welcome to this altcoins daily analysis with Bitcoin Gorilla. And today we are going to be looking at Terra Luna. That is one of the altcoins we are going to be taking down today using pure price action with zero indicator. And I remain Bitcoin Gorilla. If at the end of this video you find it quite interesting because I don't use indicators at all, pure price action, and you find my analysis quite interesting because you're going to find out if Luna is going to dump from now, from where the price is right now, or Luna is going to keep moving up. Hopefully it doesn't dump because let me leave that for the end of the video. Remember, if you've not subscribed, you don't want to miss daily altcoin analysis like this because I'm constantly jumping on it and making fresh analysis daily. Now I'm going to start by first of all explaining what is Terra Luna. Now, according to CoinMarketCap, Terra is a blockchain protocol that uses fit pegged stable coins to power price stable global payment system. So Terra works with all the stable coin, USDT, DOA, and the rest, right? Now, but what is Luna, right? Luna itself is a native token, right? It is used to stabilize the price of the protocol stable coins. Luna holders are also able to submit and vote on governance proposals, giving it the functionality of a governance token. So a governance token helps you vote and also be part of decision makers of the whole protocol, right? So if you are holding Luna, you can be able to stack it and then be able to also have a say when decisions are being taken in the protocol and all of that. So that is a brief view of Luna. Now I'm going to really look at the all-time high because these informations are good. All-time high according to CoinMarketCap so far is 77.94 right here, right? And it's happened on the 5th of December. That was just 5 days ago, right? That's when Luna hit $77.94, right? While every other coin was dumping, it looks like Luna was actually having a good time. That's fun, right? But all-time low happened way back in March 2020 at 0.1199, right? Now that we've gotten that, it's time to jump in and look at what the price is saying. Let's stop all these stories we are talking. We're all about the price. I'm all about the price. I'm here for the price. So the movement of the price is everything. So I'm going to start by getting the important support and resistance. Now if you don't know, I use support and resistance a lot. So I'm getting the important support and resistance that I'm seeing obviously on my chart here, and I can see another one is clearly here. I can tell you one is here as well, right? So now that I've gotten the resistance and support that I'm seeing obviously, as usual, I'm going to go ahead. Now if you want to fast forward, you can fast forward all the way to where the analysis start because now I'm going to start drawing the chart. But if you're a newbie, you want to stick around because it's quite very easy and I'll be explaining what I'm doing. So the first thing is to get my box. Now the box is to contain all the dramas that happened after the breakout. What breakout? Breakout happened right here. So I'm going to zoom in. Mind you, this is weekly chart. Now before the whole pump started, there was a short sideways movement that took place on this coin, right? I think it was just a period of few couple of months, right? And the coin broke out. And when the coin break out, you can see since then the coin has been on the upside, right? In fact, it went up and then took a break, a retest, let me call it a retest of the breakout, and then we have another move continuing. So what I need to do is first of all locate my support as usual. That's my support. If you want to learn support and resistance, I'm going to leave the video. um I did a video to give you the basis of support and resistance, all these things I'm drawing, why, on how to understand them. I've made a video on that, so you can actually watch that later. Okay. All right. So you can see what we have here. Quite a very interesting chart, right? This is weekly chart. Now, I think I want to go to daily chart to see how this whole thing looks like because all this coin I've done is move up, right? Which is also very beautiful. And I can see that there is a clear seller's line, right? Like a channel, right? I can actually draw this. right here, right? And I can tell you also that there is also an expanding bias line. Now, to get this particular line, I will need to, now I see an expanding channel. I see like an expanding channel taking place here. But let's not conclude and get more data before we jump into conclusion. So let's look closer. So if you take a closer look, I think we have like a clear three touches, and I always like beautiful three touches, right? So we have, let's count them together. We have one beautiful one right here, and another one, three, and four. We had actually four beautiful touches, right? I need to extend. You see, that's why zooming in is good sometimes, to make sure that your support and resistance is being well respected, right? And I can tell you, even this one that I put here can be brought down to this point. That's a better point, right? So that's a better support. See, this is why I said let's go to daily so that I see what I drew, right? Now the next thing I want to do is I want to go back to weekly, because there's a lot of dramas going on here. I can tell you that from here to here I can get another box to this point, right? I can see a lot of drama that the price was acting like. You can see this movement that is going on here. You can see it keeps going on until it break out. Before then there was a clear move. After it there was a clear move. So I take note of that point. And the next thing I want to go is I want to really go to daily, because I am seeing a lot of things that only daily can give me a better answer. On the weekly, why am I not using weekly as often? Now I've drawn the real chart from the weekly, right? But you can see that there's not been any real good pullback. And I need data to work with. I need the pullback to locate the support and resistance area. And obviously from here you can see this is a wide, very mini resistance area, very small, right? And a mini support, which is too far, right? This is too far. I can't work with this. I can't work with this. It's too far. So I need to find I know that I could get other support on daily. So it's still higher time frame. So in fact, I can see a beautiful new bias line that they started respecting right here, right? I can tell you there's a beautiful bias line giving them a beautiful channel. Now, this is looking more like a channel. Now, the first one I drew was looking like an expanded channel, but this is looking more like a channel. So I like this. I like what I'm saying. It's now making a little more sense now from the daily. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my support and resistance as usual for this box, right? For this box. So we're going to get the support and resistance area. I think I should use what color now? Blue should do it. So that's the resistance area. So I'm going to get the support area as well. Oh, beautiful. This is the support area. Now, this chart now, all right. Now, this chart, as you can see, it tells us a lot. It tells us a lot. What does it tell us? It tells us that right now, currently, Luna just faced a very important resistance area, right? And there's no coincidence that we have, as usual, my three resistance are meeting: the horizontal line, the resistance box, and the seller's line. This is the seller's line, right? So we have a meeting point, and which is when I see such is actually a good strike of sign of supply growing and chances of price going down is high. And I can tell you right now, the candles that are actually printing on this resistance doesn't look good. It doesn't favor the bulls on the daily. Why? Just look at these candles. You find out that these two candles is a rejection. All right. Now they try to, after they get rejected, they try to pull up, and then this second candle. Let me zoom in. You will see the bearish engulfing is clearly right now on our resistance, and this is a clear warning. I don't know if there's any clearer warning that I need from a coin than what I'm having right now. So you can see that this is lower high. First of all, I see a lower high, You can see a lower high, high, a lower high, and price went down, right? A high, a lower high, price went down, right? So the same thing is happening right here. So you see a high, you see a lower high has already formed. And the thing about this lower high is, in fact, this coin looks so shortable right now. The thing about the lower high is even that is the bearish engulfing right on the resistance, hanging right there, which gives you a threat that price is going to return to this point, right? So we're going to be seeing price first of all return to $55, and then we're going to see, maybe if they don't get a mini bounce, it could go straight to hit this point, right? But I do see we're going to get to this point that there's no way. First of all, when they arrive, they are going to struggle to break inside to this point, right? So the way I'm seeing Luna now, I'm seeing Luna that even if the pull up happen, the pull up is not going to go beyond $75 again. I don't see Luna going beyond $75 from where price is. Price is still hovering around $69, which is still quite okay to take good profit and exit your trade. But I'm not asking you to do exit. I'm asking you to do your diligent what research. This is not a financial advice. And if you want to trade with me, if you want to learn this my strategy, please come to come to Makaveli Traders. You can visit our website. The link is on our I'm going to leave the link below this video, and you can trade with me for a lifetime with this strategy and a lot more. You have access to all the trading books that I trade with, that how I got to where I am. I share all my trading rules. Now, at this point where Luna is, even if you're shorting, it will be good to make sure you have your stop loss in place, right? Because I don't see Luna going above my resistance area of currently around $77. I don't see it going around above $80 right now. $80 is a big resistance for it to conquer. So I do see Luna actually getting maybe this sideways could prolong for a while, but then they will get rejected and they are going to find their way to probably 55 to $56. Now 55 to $56 could get a mini bounce, right? A mini bounce that likely will get rejected again. Another rejection could take it down, and this time around is going to come to this trend line, and obviously I do see it piercing through the trend line, and once it's pierced, it's going to be a threat. I do see it what getting to what $37. Now if this trend continues, this pullback could get extended. This pullback could get extended on Luna. The chances of what I'm seeing on Luna now seems to be singing more of the downside than the upside. When I mean the downside, I do see price coming to this particular support right here. Remember, this is our second box. This is our box that is inside. And the box, whenever the last time price came, it was able to maintain and hold above the box. At this point, if price return to $55, that is the top of my box, then fall into the box and find its way to 48 all the way to $44, then price should not break $38, because if price do break $38, in fact, I do see price getting as low as $25 to $22. Hopefully this could actually stop these sellers for a while, right? I do see a little kind of, I don't want to call it top, because you can never call it top. You can never know a top. This is why I am first considering the bears. I'm going to tell you the chances of the bulls as well. What I'm considering first, I am very, very non-biased in all my analysis. I give the bulls and the bears a fair chance. So after we consider the bears, we're going to also consider the bulls. So thank you for still sticking around with me, and do stick to know what will happen if the bulls should make it, right? So right now I do see these bears breaking to this point. Now if worst case scenario and they continue, then we're going to see these bears seeking for the bigger support. What is that bigger support? The bigger support is this point that this expanding triangle seems to be. Remember, they have touched one touch, two touch, three touch, four touch. Chances are high they are going to return to this point, but it might not happen. It's likely going to happen in 2022, right? Chances are high that Luna is going to return to this point. is going to seek a deeper support. But first of all, this point is very important. That 26 all the way to $22 is very, very important. So chances of high bouncing is also fine, because here I could see it could bounce and could go back to $50, and then before it could come again, right? So it could go like this and then bounce and go like this. Now there's a support here, there's a support here before even this support. So this is the worst case scenario. Let's say everything goes wrong and Luna decided to retest worst case scenario, we're going to have $12, right? Because there's countless support that could rightly save Luna. Now, what if, like I said, that is the chances if the supply that I'm seeing growing, currently growing on Luna continues to grow at the rate that I see it, it's likely going to bring it here, right? Before here. Now, what about if the sell pressure gets counter played by bull force, right? Bull force, I mean money entering the market. I mean more people getting interested in buying Luna. I mean more demand, right? This price moves based on supply and demand, and you have to know that in price action, supply and demand, volume is king, right? This is why I pay a lot of attention to the chances of volatility changing. This is crypto and we know how volatile crypto is. So if bulls could come back, there's a great support right here, right? This line that they started, they only touched it one and two, which means if the touches third time, and that is how would that happen? That will only happen if they succeed in turning this previous resistance that they broke through here into support. Remember, when a resistance is broken, it becomes a support. When a support is broken, it becomes a resistance. It means that price could go down, yeah, and get to this point and stop falling and try to go back up, or at worst case scenario stop around this point, maybe probably something like this. So we could get something like this, something like this, then another move up, right? Then probably if they are really strong enough, they can break through this point. But I really don't see that happening, right? And they could even form a lower move, right? To retest this point, right? Now, if this lower move happen, if this lower move right here happen, it will only mean if this lower move happen that it only dumped and went back to $68 and then start falling again, it only means clear rejection. It only means that prediction of this point is going to play out, because anything that get rejected here will only come back right down, or anything that falls, or here's another move, here's another move. You see, I want to consider the bulls, but the bears seems to be having more chances right now, and I want to act like I'm not saying it, but the truth is I'm saying it, because they could go like this. There's a high chances that once they fall into this place, they will get rejected right here, right? They will get rejected and they will dive down, right? But like I said, let's keep that bull option open. So what is the best way to get saved from this? If you really entered Luna earlier, I think it's a good plan to put stop loss, right? Find a way to implement stop loss. Is either you put it that if you are someone who entered early, you want to say, okay, if it breaks this support area, because this is also a support area, but it's not a strong support area, so it can easily get broken. That is why another thing you could put your stop loss here is a code. You need to do your research. This is not financial advice, right? But chances of it breaking this line, I do see it high, right? And I do see it ending up here. That is just it. So I don't know if you want to allow such profit to go, or you want to take some profit where it is at, and then maybe my best way of doing such situation is I like to take my profit in percentage, right? I exit in percentage. I pyramid my trade. My entries are always pyramided, my exit are always pyramided. So I do take profit maybe when I start seeing a big threat, I will take out maybe 20%, right? But I run my trade for a long period. This is why most of my trading is higher time frame. I don't believe that 15 minutes can make me money. It can easily take it back from me because of how noisy the chart could be. This is why I trust more on higher time frame. And this is higher time frame, right? Our analysis was daily chart, weekly chart, and these two are really pointing more of down, but I do open my chances. Anything can happen to this market. This is crypto. I remember Bitcoin Gorilla. If you find this my style quite interesting, don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe, because I am constantly, I here's what I am doing, right? So the episode I'm doing is altcoin daily. Every day I jump on one altcoin and I take it down. In fact, I do 2 to 3 altcoins daily to drop them down, on just review them and see, using pure price action without no indicator, to know what that price is telling me. If you find this interesting, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. If you want to join Makaveli traders and trade with me for a lifetime, check the link that I'm leaving in this video. Thank you for watching. Happy trading.